You can't trust them, mama.
What?
You can't trust them.
Hey everybody, I'm Yoko.
I'm India.
Where her words, her thoughts. What's up?
Hello.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's been some weeks.
It's been a minute. It's been a while since we spoke to you guys, since we heard from you guys.
Hope y'all missed us. We missed y'all.
A little bit.
A tiny bit. We've definitely been preoccupied, so we've been distracted, but
enjoying this holiday season.
Y'all.
And the dentist. That's where I've been at.
The dentist.
The dentist.
Getting what?
Dentist.
You had some deep.
I had a swollen jaw. I'm starting to have sensitivity on my left side, like anything, whether it's hot or cold. It was just starting to be crazy, and so I went for that. I didn't go. I went for a cleaning, and then told the guy they be asking like, is you having any problems? Like I'm the one that be like, yeah, I felt a little something. Right
You're not scared, huh?
No,
like,
not
fix
at all.
it.
Not at all.
Fix me.
Did that. Told me I had I had some white cavities, some white fillings. Could have been deep. Dug those up. Gonna put some porcelain pieces right there. And the crazy part is that numbed me was good at first. Got to one point, raised my hand like, hey, I feel it. Numb me again, did it again, feel it, I feel it. Numb me again.
That's why you was so swollen.
I think that's
like
why
that.
I was swollen in my cheek.
I'm gonna need drugs. Give me
but
something.
You know the cold part? I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I was like, I'm such an idiot. I never thought about pain. Because whenever I go to the dentist, when I leave out, it's either no pain or whatever it is, it's bearable. You don't really think. So I never thought to ask you about. I asked about all type of stuff, like the little contract that they make you sign, like you could get, your jaw could get stuck, all this type of stuff. And billing, I asked about that. Never asked about pain, even when I left. And he was like, you don't have this, you don't have that. And I was like, no. They didn't give you nothing for a few. No, I just felt like an idiot. Then I said I got some ibuprofen, and then he was like, "Oh, take that." And I looked. I said, "He said don't take it after November 2nd." He said, "You can still take it." I said, "No, but it's December, whatever date it was." He's like, "You okay with that? Like you'll be alright."
You're fine.
I was like, "No," and then so I was like, "Well, if I die, call my mom, because she gonna want to know why I took that medicine after. Let her know what it was."
I take expired medicine all the time.
You do?
The clear eyes that I put in my eyes today, been expired, girl.
You are dangerous.
I don't know if y'all can tell, my eyes are very red. I have not been crying. I got lashes, individual lashes.
Experiment.
And they was redder than this. They was so red.
It was like
3 days
if she
ago.
Blinked, it seemed like it was gonna.
It looked like bloodshot. Like the whole area was bloodshot red. So it's a lot better, but it's still.
I guess you could say we getting our health together.
I don't know. I guess.
I don't know, but it was crazy. But we was still finding
I mean, I haven't been to the dentist, but I've definitely been wanting to send somebody to the dentist. So I'm happy that we're sitting here talking and having girl chat and doing something positive, because I've been having negative thoughts lately. With yes, I have.
What kind of thoughts?
With I don't know. Just.
Did you do a?
I did. I had to.
You can take the girl out.
I had to, because I'm trying to. Because I don't want to say everything, so I'm not going to. But
it was spicy.
I guess it's just moments in your life where you realize that maybe I got too comfortable. Maybe I got too, I don't know, whatever. Because I feel like with doing this YouTube, I started to feel like we need to open up more and like tell more of like specific experiences that we've been to, or like really tell how we feel about shit, and like really, I don't know, I feel like, I know for sure I don't open up all the way on here, and I feel like the more you open up, the more, an audience would be like into, like getting to know you personally or whatever, and I felt like that would be beneficial, but now I'm not, so I don't know.
She's lying. She gonna open up. It's just because I think it's a difference between, because the show is for us to share experiences, share opinions and all that type of stuff. And we want to be relatable, right? We like everyday people. We want to we are everyday people, and we want everyday people to relate to us. That's the reality of things.
Yeah.
But then there's another side of reality where if you open up too much, you kind of like open that door for, you know, things to happen. It's trial and error. But I think in that sense of what you speaking in regards to, I think that's totally different on another level. And even on this show, it's like, it's our choice. We can decide how much we want to open up to, how much we want to open up to people. So it's like, I can still open up. I can still say, I'm single, but I don't have to say how long I've been single.
And that's the part that I'm saying.
But no, because what was going on there was a different type of penetration. That was a different type of hoe, everything. Like, that was a mindset that was, I can't even say if it started off strategic, but it was definitely a mindset. It's not the same. See, in this platform, we choose. We decide how much we want to give. Even if in the comments people say give more, we still make a conscious decision if that's what we want to do. In that realm of things, of what was going on over there, that was an individual posing as something, and like, you know, being a snake, slithering until they found a spot. It's just totally different. I think it's different.
Even like what we're doing right now, saying it but not saying what's going on, is a part of what I'm talking about. I don't want to get too personal into what I've got going on in my life in general today. I'll tell y'all about something that I've been through in the past, or something that I've experienced years ago, but I'm not talking about today. And I feel like the more we talk about today, and like, girl, I went out with this nigga yesterday, blah, 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 that's not happening in my life, but like, just for an example, that's opening up more to like who we are. And if I was to do that, I would be telling these people what the fuck we talking about and why I want to send somebody to the dentist. But I'm not going to do that. And I feel like doing that would be more entertaining and more, you know what I mean? But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let's move on. Remember the other day I asked you, would you ever do acid?
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody wants me to try it. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying it. It's not like I'm gonna do it. I'm too scared.
Okay, so be a little bit like, what is acid then? Because I haven't tried acid. I haven't did acid.
I know. You told me you've never done it, but I've never done it either. And I feel like, I don't know, from what I've read and like YouTubes that I've seen, I've heard them say like, if you're already going into it with that mindset that, oh my God, I'm gonna trip, it's not gonna work, I'm gonna die, I'm never gonna come back from it, then that's how your high is gonna be. So you shouldn't do it. But if you don't, it's not gonna be like because I'm scared of a head trip. I'm scared of like even smoking weed, of being like paranoid, and like I be all in my mind, and it's not comfortable for me. It's like a bad experience.
But you smoke hookah.
Hookah is not nothing mental about hookah at all.
But that shit will have you dizzy.
That's different. I'm talking about mentally thinking like my mental changing to where I'm damn near like psychotic, like a crazy person. Like if I smoke some weed, I can't drive. I start looking at people differently, and it just be off. It's not comfortable for me. So I feel like acid, I don't know if I would be like that, or I'm hearing that it's gonna all be positive. The music is gonna sound better. The colors are brighter. But okay, but what am I gonna be thinking while I'm hearing it? Am I gonna be thinking like, why does the music sound so clear? Like, am I gonna be tripping out?
No,
I cannot trip out.
It all depends on who you're with. I think that, because naturally you're gonna be in your mind because you never did nothing outside of hookah or having some tequila. Or
that GHP shit that I did last year.
Oh,
whatever that was.
I didn't know we were going that far.
I mean, okay. I'll say that. I felt like, I think that I almost overdosed. I really think that I was supposed to die, and I didn't.
She didn't know. Don't say stuff like that.
No, I really think that.
Overdosed.
I really think that. Because
it was a head trip.
No, I think that I really almost stopped breathing. I think that if I took a little bit more, I would have died. I really think that, because I found out afterwards that we took too much. We were supposed to take a capful, and we took like 4 capfuls.
You woke up.
There was some kind of miscommunication.
You woke up looking beat up.
I woke up looking beat up. The toilet seat was removed from the toilet. What type of fucking strength is that? That's like some you're on drug strength. I removed the top of the toilet. It was on the ground. And I said, how did that toilet seat get over there? Wait, why is my eye sore? Oh, you fell? I fell? When did I fall? Like, I didn't remember any of it. I would sleep on the bathroom floor with my face to the floor and throw up in my hair. And I don't remember doing any of it.
Oh my gosh. And then
What
you
the
know
fuck?
her. It's so funny to envision it because she's so like serious all the time. Like, she don't miss a fucking step.
I don't be out of it. I don't be like sloppy or like, and I was out of it. Anybody could have did anything to me.
You was on the
I was,
level.
girl. Yes. My whole face had like a mark for 4 days. It was like I got beat up. So I think that scared me too. Like, I want to try nothing new because what if I start ripping off toilet seats? And I peed on myself too. And I don't remember doing that either.
I feel like I've done that before, and I was
But
off
pee
liquor.
on myself
And I was off liquor
with my panties on, Miyoko.
Me too.
I never took them down.
Me too.
I'm like, why?
No,
No,
mine was
why
bad.
am I wet?
I took them down, and I was in the front seat of a car.
And pee? Do you remember it at least?
Nope,
I don't remember this either.
I just woke up, and I was, but that was off liquor. I was
Really?
just off liquor, yes. I think it was Patron. That's why I don't drink that shit today.
You
That's
had
why
a whole lot of it.
I be having so many like experiences. It's like I woke up in the morning, I was like in a car, but I was with somebody I trusted.
Uh-huh.
But I was in the front seat, and I was like knocked out. And when I looked, I was like, my pants, and
moist,
and everything was like cold, like
that
the seat
is
wet.
That's how it was for me.
I swear. I was like, oh, okay. I did try shrooms one time, but I think it don't really count because in the moment I was like, oh, okay, I trusted the person, like, oh, like blah blah this and this, but I really do in my mind. I have this thing like, because I know of people who have like tried things and they've never been the same since.
See, that's what I can't take that risk.
So in my mind I was like, okay, I'll do it because I don't want to be a party people. I trust this person, and it's kind of like live a little because niggas die a lot, right? So okay, let me try it. But then as they put it in my hand, I was like, oh.
Like, I'm really
Then I was like, I'm scared. Then I start, well, I don't know. Then it took a little bit. They took a little bit more. They took a little bit more, and it was like a little bit.
And you didn't feel nothing.
I felt absolutely nothing.
I got some in the room right now, some shrooms.
Girl, ain't nobody doing that. I got to work tomorrow.
I'm not doing it ever. I'm too scared. I'm too scared of feeling like weird in my head. Like, I don't like that feeling.
But I do believe that if you relax, because I was kind of relaxed and I still didn't feel nothing. But then I know one time I smoked, but I guess it just all depends. One time I did smoke some weed a long time ago. Early 20s, if I was 20 yet. Smoked it. I don't know what kind of weed it was. It's back before you start having weed, like designer weed and all that type of stuff. And
rapper weed.
Yeah, all that stuff. So left my friend's house. She lived in Inglewood, and I was driving, and I came to a stop sign. The crazy part is, I don't know how long I was at the stop sign, but all I know is that whatever days I was in, what took me out of it is a car came behind me, and they lights was so bright.
It woke you up.
It took me out the trance. I wasn't asleep. My eyes was open so much so to where when I started driving, I was like, like, I just drove like this the whole way with my eyes like this.
You probably would stop for 10 seconds. It felt like 10 minutes. It felt
like a long time. It felt like a whole hour. I don't know how.
Oh, God.
But it was crazy. You know what was so crazy and scary is that I sat at the stop sign with my foot on the brake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I wasn't in that much of a trance. It was like my foot never let off the brake.
Yeah.
But like, what if it had?
I don't know. I'm getting pressure. He got this whole idea of how the whole thing is going to happen. And as soon as I say I'm not doing it, it's like, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm really not gonna do it though. So he's not gonna find out that I'm not doing it until he like literally is like, okay, it's time to do it. Oh, I'm really not doing it. We're gonna have to argue then, because I'm just saying, okay, I'm going along with it.
Why would you go along with it? Don't do like that.
Because as soon as I like looked like I was like second guessing, like no, I'm not doing it. He said we're gonna drive to Vegas. We're gonna start off by driving to Vegas. The music is gonna sound so good.
Oh, it's kind of like
you love music.
Hangover.
You love music. This is gonna be And I just got music in my car too.
Yeah.
He like, okay, this is about to be a different level. You're gonna be like, oh my God, why does this sound so good?
Y'all driving to
Vegas?
Y'all driving to Vegas in the V?
This is a dream. This is not happening. But anyway, we're gonna drive to Vegas and then we're gonna have our trip in Vegas. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm gonna watch some more YouTube videos and see if I get comfortable.
What the fuck?
Because I need to know, like, I didn't watch the simulation of like what it's gonna be like. I couldn't understand it though because I'm sober, so I'm like, I don't get it.
It's a bunch of weirdos on there.
It's people's real experiences.
I mean, we're on YouTube too. We're not weirdos.
Yeah, hey YouTube, we love y'all.
No, don't.
So you would do it if it was you?
Mm-hmm. If it was,
she just saying it.
If it was somebody I trust, like Yohurst, then y'all really would.
I'm scared.
I would. I mean, you already got beat up from the last one.
Right. So it can't be no worse, right? That's what I'm scared of. He's like, it's not like that at all. You obviously didn't know because you had me taking too much of that.
Yeah. Seriously. But I wouldn't watch YouTube though. I think that is too much. I feel like it's not like you don't have an addictive spirit. Some people have an addictive spirit, so once they start something, they just don't. Yeah. You don't. And
no,
it's like,
I don't. That's true.
To just be like you tried it and they don't have you like going crazy or like begging for money and stuff. Like I think that, and it's with somebody that you trust. I don't see what the big deal is, but I mean you can do it with everybody, but with that person, I would.
I'll keep y'all posted. I don't know.
She ain't keeping y'all posted. She might, because this is really opening up what you just said that she wasn't going to do.
Well,
this
yeah,
is on a different level,
but. Yeah.
So when all of what she said, that disclosure that she gave prior to the story, just disregard.
It's to a certain extent because there's stuff that I will not say. But anyway, let's get into these topics. Let's get into these topics. Okay, so this first one was an idea that you had, and I thought it was very interesting. You wanna talk about it?
It's not an idea, but it is something that we see in reality a lot,
real
right?
life, yeah. A real
life topic, a real life discussion among some groups, a real life like WTF. You know, depending on who you are, you have.
I would never, or maybe I would. What is it?
Interracial dating.
Interracial dating.
So
okay, so when you say interracial, I immediately.
Okay,
I'm just gonna say this one thing. You can talk for 10 minutes. I was just gonna say that I think of a white man. Even though it's not always white, but I immediately go to a white man.
What, like a black white? So when you say so you said a white man, like a black woman dating a white man.
Yeah, like me. So when you ask me would I ever, me with a white man.
And then does your mind also go to a white woman, like a black man dating a white woman?
Yeah, I think white and black. I don't think it's interracial. Could be Asian,
Hispanic,
Indian, Hispanic, but I don't think about that because I feel like those are still like brown people or colored people, or whatever the term is.
Absolutely not.
More than a white person. No. I know they're not black. I'm not saying we all equal and we all the same. I'm not saying that.
No.
But white to me is like the ultimate interracial.
So the way that you look at so interracial dating it's like multiple layers and people it's a variety of opinions about it. Men and women, they feel different about it. So what we see a lot of, right, is black men dating white women.
Yes.
Biracial women. Hispanic women. A woman of another that's not black because they say it's exotic, right?
A race other than yourself. I would assume that's the definition.
So I think that's interracial. And then, or we're not going to be biased. We'll see black women dating white men, Hispanic men, Asian men, even though I feel like from what I see more of black women dating white men.
That's why I said
not so much of Asian and the other. Yeah, just with the women, but with the men, I see them dating.
Oh yeah, everybody. For sure.
You could be Armenian,
and that's still interracial.
All that type of stuff, you know. So I think that's that. So it's like the views on it, though. I feel like it's a lot of debate in the world on like why men or women choose to date outside of their race. A lot of people feel like we should stay black because they already killing us off, you know what I mean? And that if we in 2020 now, in about 2030, 2040,
no more black babies.
It's not going to be no pure black babies. It's just going to be biracial.
But what about Africa? They still keeping us alive?
I'm not. I mean, and then that raises another question. Do you think you're African? Do you really come from African descent? I mean, a lot of our...
According to Ancestry.com...
Did you have African in with you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I was 60%
African?
Well, different continents, and they were all in Africa. Yeah. 60%, and the other 40% was not black at all.
I haven't done mine. You got me one. What was it, 23andMe?
Miyoko.
What?
It's still wrapped up in the box with the paper on it. That's crazy.
I don't know.
That was years ago. But listen, this is what's weird to me. I did it, right? And I did it like 2 years ago. They emailed me some months ago saying that they updated it, and the numbers are different.
See?
So they said 60-40. Now it's like 67%. I mean, I'm sorry. 57 minus. So 60, what's minus 7?
50.
53. 53% black. At first I was 60% black. Now it's 53. It's the same me. I'm the same person. How is that possible?
See? So all that African they was giving you is not really...
So am I 60% or 53%? Which one is it?
I feel like they can't really tell. And I feel like they can't really tell because with the whole slave trade, slavery, then your master raping,
like
or even having relationships with your grand, all that, like you'll never really know. And my whole thing is that at some point I feel like it could have been like washed. The blood is washed now. It's not pure black nothing.
That's
Nobody
terrible.
is pure black, and I don't know if I'm ever okay to say I'm African, because then when you go to Africa or you meet people that's African or African descent, Nigerian, whatever the fuck they are, the women look at us different anyway. The men, they think they don't look at us as being equal. Well, yeah, that's cool. Let them be taught that. I'm teaching myself to not believe. I don't know if I'm really 100% that, or I can say I'm not saying. I don't even if I gotta write in what I am, I put black. I don't put African American. I put black. Yeah, I'm black. But even that's kind of going into a different topic. But it's interracial dating. So how do I feel about it?
And would you and have you?
So I haven't. I absolutely would, because I feel like why not? Men are dating non-black women and obviously finding some type of joy in it. So what kind of disservice would I be doing myself to just stay with my race? At first I wanted to be pro-black. I want a pure black baby. I want to be with a black man. But if a black man does not want to be with me, I'm not going to settle. Like if the type, excuse me, let me take that back. If the type of black man that I want to be with does not choose me and choose otherwise, I don't want to settle for a black man that I wouldn't typically want, or who might not want me, or just, I don't feel like I should be able to find pure love wherever I find it, whatever the skin tone is.
Right.
And all that type of stuff.
I think for me, I'm surprised you're saying this. It's not skin tone, but more of like the makeup of the person. I would think that you would assume that you would not vibe with a white man.
But why is that okay to assume that?
I didn't say it was okay. I'm just saying
why would I assume that though? Because he's white?
Because I wouldn't. So
because he don't share my struggle or my upbringing, like our
I just think there's a lot of things he wouldn't understand. And I guess it's a part of like making him understand.
And that's true. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's the same feeling that I would have towards a black man dating another race woman.
They do it for different reasons.
They do. But nobody stops them from doing it, and they don't stop doing it. Right? I feel like they do it for validation.
It makes them happy.
Yeah.
And for validation. And for ease.
I think validation. I think when you date a girl outside
the race,
it's a thing like I made it.
That's definitely that's probably the most, because the majority of the
at this point, I'm seeing some of them dating these girls, and they don't look exotic. No more than a black girl.
She's just not black.
You black, and you look exotic more than of somebody of another nationality. Yeah. I believe that. I've seen it. So it's like, I think that they just dating to just be like, oh, I got a husband. Like, it's something to do.
I think personality-wise and character-wise, dating a non-black woman is a whole different experience, and they be wanting that.
And they probably do, but it's not
fair. Going to ask too many questions. It's not.
So you picking what you think you want for now, and whatever the case may be, and you making that person, whatever it is, you choosing that person. So I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice to continue to try to date a race, a particular race, that is constantly showing no interest in me.
So physically, you will be able to get past the fact that he has like a pink dick and that, like, and that he says Miyoko, and like he. And
yeah, because
like,
who's to say that all white men talk like? I mean, or not even white men, but just men of other outside of being black talk like.
He ain't gonna be like Miyoko. He ain't gonna say it like that.
You ain't never met a white man that talk like that.
I wouldn't want a wigger.
You ain't never met a Hispanic that talk like that? Because I have.
I don't think about them when I think of interracial dating. I don't think about them.
I crushed on and he was white.
Really?
Hispanics that I feel like is fine and don't sound like that. Yeah, I would. I just feel like if we get to a point where it's like, okay, forget if you black, white, Hispanic, whatever. This is men, because a lot of black men won't acknowledge or even like admit to the fact that they date outside their race for reasons other than
pure attraction and pure love.
Like it don't have nothing to do with black women. This is who I love. I love her for her. They don't go past that. Okay, so if we going for the sake of that, yeah, I'm gonna date outside. If the guy show me interest that's outside my race, I will entertain it if I'm attracted and the conversation is good. He don't say my name like that and all that type of stuff. I really, really would, because why wouldn't I?
Shut that Make America White again, whatever the fuck these assholes are saying. Shut that shit up. I don't want to live in a world without black folks. I don't. I love black women. Hey, Miss Candy, I see you. I'm drunk. I'm finna get off of here. I'm just tired of seeing all this racist shit. It's bullshit. I'm tired of everybody saying that I miss you too. I'm just tired of this bullshit. This is stupid. You know, to me personally, there is not a more attractive woman than a black woman. If you disagree, suck my dick, kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear no hate in the comments, none of that.
I'm gonna give you a hard time. I'm not against the idea.
I feel like
all.
At that point, it's like black men feel like they settling for us, and we not their first choice.
A certain type of black man. I don't think in general that all black men feel like
not
another race is primary to us.
Not all.
But yeah, I can see a man thinking that way. But I don't. I'm not totally against it for me or you. Like in general.
If you don't get it together, I'm wondering. But the cold part is I say that, and as freely as I say that, I don't attract men outside my race.
Are you attracted to them just as equally as they're not attracted to you?
I can't say that. No, probably not now. I don't look at them. I don't go in places where it's just predominantly them.
Not them.
Not like that.
Okay.
But, I just don't. So. But when I'm around them, I can't say that they like giving me the eye either. Probably more like let me not say that. But
I can't say like, it doesn't matter. Either one. I'm open to all. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm just open to it, but I also wouldn't exit out. But I definitely prefer a black man. I damn near don't even want a light-skinned man. So to say that I would go from a black man to a non-black man, I'm not saying it's impossible. But I wouldn't prefer it.
Yeah. I want to be black. That's why I said, like, initially I want, like, black. I want, like, black babies and all that type of stuff.
But you don't want to miss out on your blessing either.
My whole thing is, like, if black men are not choosing me, I'm not about to settle. Right. That's period. Like, so I'm going to go wherever I'm going to get the love and respect that I deserve. That's where I'm going to go.
That makes sense.
So you Hispanic and you cool and you don't sound like crazy and corny and all that, then I'm gonna talk to you.
Down for it. I understand. Okay. All right. So let's move on.
Let's go. While we talking about dating.
Okay, so I recently went to this like little get together that made me think of this situation.
Okay.
And it is a straight man having a lot of gay friends, gay male friends. What does that mean? And because for me, this guy whose party it was. I don't know him that well. It's like my people's people, and they were surprised like I was surprised. So I guess it's like a different set of friends. They're not like the same group of friends. It was a guy's birthday, and it was small, I guess because of COVID or whatever. It wasn't a party. It was at a hotel, a nice hotel. And he had 2 suites. And altogether, it was probably 15 to 20 people. And I would say 10 were guys, 5 were girls. And out of those guys, 9 of them were gay. There was even a trans
so 5
mixed
girls.
in there.
Okay, so hold on. So 5 girls, 10 guys.
And the girls were
9
the
was
strippers
gay.
that they hired, so I don't even know if I should count them.
You
Only
shouldn't.
one of them was a girl that was a guest.
And
The
that
other
was the
girls
trans.
were strippers. No, she was a friend, a girl, like a hetero girl,
Oh, okay.
I would assume. And the other girls, the other 4 were strippers. And the guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it wasn't 15, it was 10 guys. There's only one guy there that I can say, I don't know if he's gay or not. The rest of them were gay. And one of them, I don't know if she's considered trans or not, but it was a dude with a wig. And the clothes was guy clothes, but it was a wig going on. And I was confused because I've seen him over the years and I always thought he was heterosexual. So I'm assuming he's heterosexual. He had a girlfriend for a long time, blah, blah, blah. But the close friend group, they were all gay. So for me, I was just, okay, so he's gay then. But does that mean that he's gay? I mean, those are his friends. It's not him, it's his friends, right? I don't know.
For sure. Definitely his friends. And it's also that same, you can't judge a book by its cover. So although he looks like a heterosexual man, does not mean.
And although he had a girlfriend, does not mean nothing either.
Because
he might be bisexual.
He might be bisexual.
Right.
He might be that, like, okay, when, you know, he get a little drink or a little bit of drug, okay, I like to live when I like to dabble. Because I'm curious, to where it's like.
Right, like I'm open.
But then again, I guess it's like I guess guys, people say some men are that confident in their masculinity to where they could befriend gay people and not be gay, because ultimately your sexuality has nothing to do with you as an individual, right? You can be like a great guy, a great person, a great friend.
Yeah.
But your sexual preference is God, and that has nothing to do with what me and you have going on. You know what I mean? So I think that in that type of situation where it's like a guy having gay friends versus a guy going to a gay friend's party.
See, it was the ratio that did it for me. Like if it was
It was
the ratio. If it was like a party of 100 people and them same 9 gay people were there, I wouldn't look at it the same. Especially if people are like in certain industries or whatever. I'm not prejudiced against gay people. Like I love everybody, but because it was so intimate, and these are your top 10.
But then because it was so, and with that in mind, it was intimate, top 10, 10 guys, 9 gay, 5 girls, 4 strippers, 1 transgender. And then,
it sounds crazy, right?
Then I bring my guests. 2 straight girls, a straight guy, myself. Am I that comfortable to expose y'all to a lifestyle that I'm living?
That's what I thought about.
The only way I think I would bring you to that is if in myself I knew I wasn't living that. If I was living that and I hadn't told y'all yet, like, this is what it is. Unless it was his coming out. I
was thinking that. And even if you're not gay, doesn't it look a way to you? You don't care about how it looks?
It looks a way, but you know that's not what it is. So you feel a little bit more secure in that.
Right.
Like, it's kind of like if I know I'm not whatever, if I know I'm not wearing a weave or whatever, if my hair looks like one, I'm still walking with that same confidence because I know it's not one. It's just kind of depends. I mean, it's definitely sketchy and questionable.
Okay, so
it would definitely waste my eyebrow. Like, if I went with him as a date, like, let's just say.
That's what I'm saying. More personal to you, would you be comfortable if it was like a guy that you were pursuing that was pursuing you? Would you look sideways, or would you be like, that's probably just his friends?
No, if we walked up in that place together and it was like that, and I'd be like, are they? I would ask him.
Yeah.
Me and him walked in together and it's like that ratio. I'd be like, they all gay? And
right.
Like, yeah, and I'd be like, oh. I would say, oh. I would stop talking to him.
Some secrets going on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep talking to you.
Yeah,
unless I already knew. Like, I don't know, because it kind of goes, because I know when I was younger, I hung out. I had a gay friend, when I was like in middle school. But at that time, I didn't
guy
know,
or a girl?
A guy. I didn't know he was gay or
Okay.
nothing like that, and I don't know if he knew he was or if he was.
He knew.
Obviously, he wasn't, but he wasn't open.
Okay.
So people used to be calling if they would say certain stuff. Like me and my friends would be in full blown arguments. Like, no, he's not.
Right.
And later on, he was, but it's like at that time when they were saying he was, it's kind of like people could have took us as dykes or we was into the same shit, but it didn't, because for a little while I really didn't know. In this case, he knew though.
Of course he knew. You know what you are, what you like. Yeah. He just wasn't out and open yet.
But do I want that to be mine? But that's my thing. If that's the way I'm gonna come out, right? If that's what I'm gonna come out to, if I can take you to a place like that with that scenery, then I feel like I could tell you before I walk up in there. Like, I feel like I could tell you then.
No, because I think that the test part is like seeing your reaction, how who you are. So that's when you pull back. If like you walk in and you leave in 10 minutes, it's like, okay, I can't invite them to the next party.
Like, so when y'all walked in, y'all seen what was going on. So from y'all reaction and the action that took place after y'all seen it, what y'all feel like? He gonna tell y'all? Or he not gonna tell y'all?
I don't know, because nobody said it. Like, what the fuck is all this gay shit?
No,
nobody
y'all
said
left,
it.
huh?
But we left early.
Okay.
And we were in our own little corner and like tipping the strippers and like tending to the strippers. And there was like liquor and strippers and drinks. So we're not so uncomfortable to where we just have to just get out of there right away. We kind of like tried to fill it out, but it wasn't like a guy is not going to be able to just sit there and take that. Like a girl like me and you, like we don't care. We kind of like laughing and whispering to ourselves. But a man that's straight is going to be like, this is not my scene. Like I got to get up out of here. So I don't know where it's going to like go from here, but I don't know. And in that same friend group, like 5 months ago, one of the other guys from the same friend group, I saw him with a transgender girl with my own two eyes, and she was definitely transgender, 1,000%. I know for a fact, and it wasn't meant for me to see it, and I seen it. So that's a friend.
How do you know it
so
wasn't
I
meant
feel
for you
like
to see?
because the girl was outside in the car, and he was trying to just like come in real fast and leave, and I walked up to the car, and it was dark, and the car was like up down the street a little bit. I walked up there and like wrote a little down, so like I don't think that he didn't see all that happening, you know. So I don't know, but I think that if I see a straight man with a whole bunch of gay people around him, if you're not gay, you're open to a gay experience.
What if it's a straight man with a whole bunch of gay girls that's dykes around him?
That's weird. I don't know. I mean, that's still a female, so.
But she posing to be a guy.
Yeah, but a dyke is still a girl. So like, that's what do you have in common with all these dykes? So that's kind of like weird, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm like really like.
All of it would be some type of question mark in my head for sure.
I'm conflicted, but I would definitely have questions. It would definitely put, especially if I went like with that person and was like, I'd be like, more than likely the way that I would be like, they all would say, yeah, and I'd be like, oh, okay, and I probably wouldn't talk. I would not talk to them no more after that.
Yeah. Just
because it's like it's uncomfortable. I don't think it's ever a right way to like address that conversation.
I don't think you should ask, are you gay? I don't think you should ask that. They're not going to be honest.
I think you should. The fudge.
Okay, you saying like if you're like with a gay guy. I mean on a friend level. I mean like
on the friend level for sure. Yeah, no.
You meant like if the guy and you
went with him on a date, like you were supposed to
definitely.
I can ask you, but yeah, no, if you don't.
But don't expect him to tell whatever you say is the truth.
If we're friends, then I feel like you should tell me when you're ready to.
Yeah, I'm not ready
to. Then I'm
ask. Yeah, exactly.
For sure, I agree with that.
So let's move on to I don't know even know how to title the topic, but like I had an experience recently where somebody in my family, a female, an older lady, gave an opinion basically about my life to my mom, and it just reminded me of like, in general, this happens a lot to me, I feel like, and I don't know if it's with everybody, but people
I feel like it's been happening a lot to you lately.
Having their opinions and voicing them comfortable enough to tell, well, if it was me or whatever, like I just don't understand speaking out of turn like that, because for me, I'm not gonna act like I don't talk about people or have an opinion on people's lives. I'll probably tell you about how I feel about a distant somebody, but I'm not gonna tell you how I feel about your people, your mama, your sister, whatever. Like, it's not my place. So when you're talking to my mom, it's gonna get back to me. So, who asked you? Well, if it was my daughter, or if it was my dad, but it's not, and nobody asked you. Like, mind your business. Because I feel like people's opinions on how things should go are based off of, like, their life experiences and only what they know. Like, we don't even live the same type of life. So to compare me to your daughter or your whatever, we're not the same. Like, what they can afford to do, and I don't mean financially, I mean, like, lifestyle-wise even. Like, I don't have kids. Your daughter got 3 kids. So, like, how I move and how a person with 3 kids would move is going to be different. And you may not be able to relate to that because you have like 5, 6 kids yourself. So decisions that are made, that I make, work for me. Unless I'm asking you for guidance, I don't feel like you should, what? Like, mind your business.
And you so particular. I know the what, that was like somewhere in play. But I agree. I definitely believe that people, whether it's friends, family, distant friends, I think that when it's pertaining to a touchy subject, illness, love, relationships, you know, that type of stuff. I think that they should not comment until they comment is asked for.
Right.
Because when it's not asked, so basically it's like if I'm going through something or something is going on in my life and I pose the question to you, then that means whether good or bad, whatever you say, I'm open to it. That's why I opened up that. I opened it up for that.
Yeah.
So I gotta be ready. I'm ready and prepared for whatever you throw my way, whether it's something I want to hear or I do not want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when it's an instant where I do not ask for your opinion, when you give the opinion, even though your opinion might be coming from a good place
in your mind,
in your mind based off your experiences, because I didn't ask for it, I'm not prepared for it. You get what I'm saying? And because I'm not prepared for it, I might not receive it the way that you gave it.
And for me, it's like comparing me to other people in your life is coming off very judgy to me. Like, who died and made you God? Who said that you have all the answers? Who said that the way they do it is the right way? Mm-hmm. Maybe they doing it all wrong. But it's what you see and how you live that you think is right. That may not be right.
Some things come off intrusive. It's like very like, you know what I mean? Like overbearing, because it's insulting in a sense, because it's like, we get it in many cases, people don't ask for help and they need help. But there's also those cases where
I've got too many people to ask.
But that's what I'm saying. There's also those cases where people do not ask for help because they genuinely just do not need it.
Or maybe not from you.
It does not mean that they don't have people in their corner. They might have friends and have a full-blown mom who will, like, murder the whole world for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's for me, it's just, I feel like people, it goes back to a conversation. I feel like people they want to be a part. Okay, so
don't you say you was
not gonna, I
say you're not going to stop yourself.
I don't want to say that I don't want to make it sound like groupie-ish, but I believe that people want to be cool with you so much, family, friend, right, to where they like maybe accidentally overdo things. Like, they feel like if I show that I care, they overdo it to get you to see, like, look at me, like, I care for you.
It's doing the opposite.
Where it comes off a different type of way. Like, it comes off in a way where it's like, it's just not, it's not genuine
like that.
It's
I don't want
it. But I can't say that in that moment wasn't genuine. but I do believe it was overbearing.
And it was judgy. And it was nobody actually.
It's like you have no other support system and you really do. Like, it was like bypass your whole person who created, you know, and just got, but I mean, I can't say that. It's like, I get the intention. It was just like trying to say, like, I'm there for you. And the whole thing is that.
But just say that thing.
But
leave the part where you're comparing me to your daughter. That's the part that offended me.
The whole thing is just like, thank you, but no thank you. If I needed you, believe, and that's the whole thing too. I think that a lot of people do not know the people. Like, they don't know you. They don't know you enough.
That's more of a reason not to talk out of turn.
But no, it's not. It's more of a reason to speak out of turn. Because if I knew you, I would know that this girl is very, like, she's straightforward, right? You don't bite your tongue for nothing. If you feel an emotion, you express the emotion. If you feel nothing, you say nothing. If you think that I should wipe this eyebrow off and do it over, you're going to say it. Regardless of what, you don't really think about how it makes me feel. It's just like, I think you should be perfect, and this is how it's gonna make you. This is gonna make you perfect, and this is what you should do. Mm-hmm. If people knew you,
they wouldn't worry.
Then they wouldn't do the things that they do.
She good,
but people don't know you, and so they are addressing it in a sense. I don't know. They want to come. They don't know you though, because if they knew you, then they wouldn't do that, and that's why I can't really take it like. You know, I would just be so mad is because I can't expect for a person that don't know me to like do right by me or stay right by me
that
or
makes
extend
sense.
Myself. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know.
Right.
They just going off what they think and what they perceive. I can't say if that's bad or good, but it's just like, I just want to show you I care. But if you knew me, then you would know the way to show you care. Like, well, let her know if she needs anything. I'll help
just
her.
Say that.
You know
just
what
leave
I mean?
it at that.
Yeah, but
don't say too much.
But
then I get irritated.
And maybe in their own life with their own children, they might be dramatic. Some people are just dramatic.
Right.
They might be like that in their own life. It might not just be with you. That's why for you, it come off dramatic, but it came natural to them to be like that because that's how they are in their regular life.
Right.
If she needed something, believe that she would ask for it. You wouldn't have to even lend a
moral
you know what I mean?
of the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you, but no thank you. That's it. Ain't no hard feelings. Thank you.
Period.
Okay, so like with all of that, with people minding the business that don't pay them. No, I'm just playing. I don't want no beef. Okay, so with all of that, like, what about relationships? Men and women relationships, those type of relationships where you guys part ways.
Okay.
Not on bad terms, not like F you, all that type of stuff. Like,
There's no hate.
No hate. It's
okay.
just whatever reason it didn't work out. Let's just even say it was a case where, I don't know, you was feeling him, you was attracted to him, he was attracted to you. Y'all just stopped talking, he ventured off, he did something, but you didn't really expect nothing from it, right? You just was like an attraction thing. Ventured off, whatever, some years go by, and then they try to come back and talk to you. Like, would you entertain it? Would you question it? Like, how would you approach the situation? Like, what would you do? Well, not even the situation, a relationship.
Okay, I know what you mean. Okay, so this is very much, for me, like that, it depends on the situation, because
for real,
I feel like, I'm not going to say, because I've heard people say, like, if you left that nigga, it's for a reason. Leave that shit in the past.
But
like,
you didn't leave him.
Was,
y'all just parted
or if it ended or whatever. Like, it wasn't meant to be. Like, that kind of thing.
Okay, so can I put that?
Why are you cutting me off?
No, I'm not. But they'll say, like, if y'all left and then it wasn't meant to be. But then they also say if they leave and they come back, then it's meant to be.
I've heard that too.
Okay.
So you're right. But yeah, so I was basically saying, like, I don't think that blanket statement is true in all cases, because the main ingredient to this is that it was not bad terms. There was no hate, you did not deceive me, whatever. Maybe our lives at that time, it didn't work out for something that we couldn't control. Like, I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't the right time.
Maybe I was in a relationship.
Yeah, possibly. So if I know that you're a good person and you didn't deceive me or anything like that, I have nothing to hold on to negative to where I can move forward with kind of like a brand new page. We're going to kind of forget and start over. And like, that could be fun too, like, because you know the person already. So you have the memories from before. And if I'm going to give it time, that means I'm interested to some level. So if I'm still interested in 2020 or 2021, it's something was positive in my mind from then, and I would be down to rekindle it. I would definitely
be cautious, right?
Be cautious, because whatever, even if it didn't work out on like not so bad terms, it was something that wasn't meant for me. So still remember whatever, you know, whatever it was. And yeah, I would be open, but you would have to like, it would have to be good fast, because we already know each other. So there's no trial and error. It's like, what we doing? You know, like, what's up? Is all working for me, or it's not? Like,
what we doing?
Yeah, like, what's up? So you have to come with like the good dates, the on my phone showing that you're interested, calling me more than I'm calling you. Like, it have to be heavy to where I'm like, okay,
consistent.
Why not?
Too.
Yeah. Don't hit me up for no. I want you to come over and let's cook
like,
together.
Or what are you doing? And like
Netflix
the combo
and
just never picks up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna Yeah, exactly. So if he's like making an effort and all I have is that notch that we tried and it didn't work, I'll be hopeful. Maybe it will work. What you think?
Yep, I feel you. I'm actually in agreement. I thought you were gonna say something different. I'm in agreement, so I really do believe that. I don't know what I believe. I don't know. I agree with what you're saying, but then it's like the way that I am. It's like I would doubt it so much because it's like we had that opportunity and it didn't work. So in my mind, it's like, what's different? Even though a lot of things can be different.
Yeah.
Circumstances could be different. I think that people can be in different mindsets. Whatever it is. People, I believe that you do have to allow people room to grow, right? People are young and they're going to make mistakes, and it shouldn't be held against them.
It
right?
could be me that needed to grow. That's
right,
what I mean about, like,
sure.
you never know.
For sure.
It depends on the situation.
But I think it just it really just depends.
You
on
would just
like
go into it cautiously.
Yeah.
But you would be open to
think it. Yeah.
If it wasn't no bullshit involved. That's the main.
What's
defining? Another girl, you cheating or you lying,
but like, but we wasn't in a relationship.
Okay.
Right? We was just like attracted.
Or you not being
you wasn't disrespectful. Let's not no disrespect, but you might have started talking to somebody else because it wasn't like, oh, we together.
Right. Or you not being consistent or not showing the interest that I feel like you should have shown. Like, I liked you more than you liked me. I was willing to give more than you were willing to give me.
But if you talking it now, I definitely should make you show it, right? You should definitely be showing.
I feel like if you were doing that before, that's one of the reasons why I may not want to talk to you again. Even though it could work, like, just because he was like that back then doesn't mean he's going to be now. But I'll be more on some, like, childish, like, ego type stuff. Like, I would feel like, oh, no, you want me now? No.
Yeah.
You was acting like that back then. Yeah. No, fuck that. Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
So I would be more on some, like, no. You don't just have me when you want to have me.
I find myself like that, but I feel like I'm stronger with certain things, though. With certain people. It depends on how it really ended for me. Like, I'm going to keep that
like,
same
what
momentum.
exactly did you do?
Because I'm going to say keep the same energy, but, like, it's some instances where...
Like, what if he invited you to the club, and you pulled up, and he didn't answer his phone?
Oh,
you got dressed, you pulled up, he didn't answer, and y'all stopped talking because of that.
Okay, give me another scenario.
That's happened to me.
Versus that one, though.
Versus you went to the Grove and saw him with another bitch holding hands.
Okay, so that keep the same energy. It's totally different from the guy that didn't pick up at the club.
Okay.
So maybe you went to the club and you got there earlier than me and drunk too many drinks and lost track of time and just that can really happen.
Okay.
I believe that.
Okay.
But seeing you at the Grove in your sober state, walking hand in hand, walking along that little track, making sure y'all don't fall down because it's the train track. Yeah, that's the problem.
There's different levels,
it's a
right?
total different. Keep the same energy for sure. I'm gonna say that 1,000 times for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
This one, after so long, if you start showing some
it
stuff,
could be
I'm
some
gonna
what
let
ifs in there.
Yeah, for
sure. Okay. Interesting. All right,
yeah.
WTF?
WTF, my love.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Because I know which one I'm gonna do.
Okay.
It's this video.
Tell me why I cleaned out the refrigerator today, threw away all the old food and shit like that, threw away some of my fucking edibles. Guess whose bitch ass got into the trash and ate them? Can you tell who? Can you tell? Jinx ate them. Like, she never.
Yeah, so I guess dogs get high too.
Bye.
He was out of it, okay? High after weed. Gone.
What kind of weed was he smoking?
Right. No, she said it was edible. He ate
What
something.
kind of edible?
Something in her refrigerator or something. She put it in the trash can.
He had no accident?
Yes.
So how did she realize that he ate it and he was high?
I know. Maybe she said it was in her trash can. So maybe the trash looked a mess or something, and she assumed like that's why you acting like this. But I would have been so nervous, like, oh my god, this dog's gonna die.
What?
Yes. Yeah, that's crazy. What's yours?
Oh my gosh, R.I.P.
He didn't die. Oh my god,
But, you know, dog years are short. So, like, that probably took a few years off his life.
Possibly.
Okay, so, like, I was going to look because I had so many WTFs
over the past 3 weeks?
like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And right when I was about to go to one, I seen, like, this kid. I don't know how old the kid is. It's, like, no background. She was
wow.
every bit of, like, I'll say 10 years old.
I was going to say 10, too.
I'll say 10.
Fuck?
Y'all don't do drugs. Drugs is not good for you. I do it. I stress a lot. So, I like to smoke. To get that stress off of me.
Blowing, smoking, inhaling, only because this
A whole
episode had
cigarette.
a whole cig.
Wow. So that's what I'm, when I have a kid,
Recording
I'm not
herself.
smoking hookah no more. I already said, I already knew this. I'm not vaping no more. I'm not smoking no more.
But the
Because
cigarette
they really think it looks cool.
But no, the cigarette. But she's 10. Where's her mother?
Where did she get it from?
Her mom probably had it and
she
set it
sold
down and she took it and made look at her sitting by the window, like with the window lifted. You know how you be sitting there.
She
like,
look bad too.
I don't know how I'm about to pay this rent. Like she doing it. Look. Look how it's
What
real.
the fuck?
That's not a fake cigarette.
No, that's
Look.
real.
She's look.
She looking around to see who see her sneaking.
No, and then look how she holding her mouth like she really smoked weed.
I don't think she inhaling though. I don't know if she knows that she's not inhaling, but it doesn't look like she's inhaling.
No, she just blowing the smoke.
Yeah, trying to be grown. That's crazy.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Please
Anyway,
pay attention to y'all children.
please, or try to, because we can only do what we can do. But damn,
That's horrible. Please
Terrible.
don't let them pick up that load.
Oh my god, thank y'all for joining us this week. We ain't taking no more breaks as of now. We will be back.
We might. The holidays is coming up.
No, we're gonna be back next week.
But
We'll be
it's
back to our
COVID,
consistent
so we can't
days.
do nothing anyway. So
We
be here
can
next
do
week.
something, but we're choosing
We
not to.
definitely can.
We're gonna be responsible.
Because I'm afraid.
We're
But
gonna be
but let me
responsible.
say this. I'm really more afraid of the vaccine than I am of the virus itself.
I hope enough of other people take it to where it lowers the numbers, and we never take it, and they do, and we'll just see what happens in 6 months,
I think
7
they're
months.
going to start making people because they're going to start saying, imposing it like, oh, well, if you
Then they're gonna have
you
fake
wanna
documents
fly.
saying you're gonna get how you get check stubs made. They're gonna be out here making doctor's notes and these notes saying that you had the vaccine already, well you didn't. I see a whole. It's crazy. Listen,
If they keep
I'm
it
not
like,
eager to take it, but I'm also not 1,000% against taking it either. I'm not. No, I'm not. I am right now today. I'm not taking it tomorrow. I'm 1,000% against that. But I can't say that somewhere down the line. It depends. I would have to like
That's a
really
whole
talk
nother
to like
discussion.
1,000.
I really want to challenge her, but I'm
medical
not.
professional. Huh?
What?
Or challenge me? Yes, the end of the episode. We don't have time to talk about that another day. But I'm not taking it no time soon, so I'm nothing to worry about. Yeah.
No time soon could be like months.
Or maybe never. I mean, I'm not saying I'm eager
But what
to.
if they be
I'm
like,
just saying
oh,
I'm not
you can't
1,000%
take
close to
it. If you don't take it, you can't fly.
No, it's not that I'll take it for whatever to benefit me. No, I'll take it if I feel that whatever I've been told by whoever makes me believe that it's safe. I don't know. I'm so vague because I don't know what can make me believe that. Right now, it's too many questions unanswered for me to take it. I'm not doing it.
Said they take it, but they took the test. They actually participated in the test trial, and because it's a test trial, you don't know if you were given the real thing or a placebo.
Yeah.
And they took it, felt pain in their arm because they laid on the arm that they got the shot.
That's normal though.
Right, took some Tylenol, waited for 3 weeks, took the second shot, felt the same amount of pain, got a fever, but only knew that they had a fever because it was a part of the study. But
don't vaccines do that though? They make you sick, and then before you be unsick, you get sick first?
Not all people get sick. Some people, it was the 1 year of the flu where so many people got sick with this allergy specialist explained to me, because he was trying to get me to take it, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. People get sick, all that. What he said was that was a bad year, only because scientists and all these different analysts predicted wrong. So each season they predict on which strand of the flu people are more likely to get, what's going to be more in the whatever it's going to be. That year they predicted the wrong strain. To where when you got the injection, you got the flu shot, you still got the flu. But it wasn't that strand that you got. They predicted the wrong strand of the flu.
I was just saying.
So it was wrong.
Yeah.
So technically, you really not supposed to. It just exposed your body. You might feel, I guess, a little bit of something, but it do expose your body to the actual. But you're not, nothing's supposed to happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
It was an article about partial paralysis. It was some part where it was like, and it was 4 people. Only 1 out of the 4 they was linking it to the vaccine.
Yeah,
that in itself, it was temporary. But what this whole message that I received, it was like the placebo, blah blah. I had the one arm. I've been doing this. I've been on committees. I've done this. Where normally it take years, multi-year, like to get them together, multiple years. This was 9 months. Granted, those other injections didn't have the momentum. It didn't have the funding. It had the staff. It didn't have a lot of things to push it forward to where it would take multiple years. But and that there are a possibility of side effects, but they're temporary. That's my whole thing.
You don't have to talk me out of it because I'm not into it. Like, I'm not saying that I'm down for it. I'm just saying,
I want you to
in general, in the future. I'm not going to say I want it. I'm saying I'm not against it 1,000% for the rest of my life. That's all I'm saying. I can't. I don't know enough. I don't know enough to be. That's ignorant to do that when we don't know. Today, yes, we know enough to know that it wouldn't be wise to do it. There's too many risks. We don't know what we're going to know in the future. That's all I'm saying. I'm talking about in the future.
I'm working on myself, guys. I'm not gonna debate with her. I'm gonna agree. She right. But
I'm right for me. I'm not telling you how to think or live. I'm saying for myself. I'm just saying that
it would break my heart.
I'm not closed off in general for forever.
Like if a year and a half go by and I'm like, I'm still not.
If a year and a half to have the same information, I'm not doing it either. If it's the same information, I'm not doing it either. So nothing to worry about. Okay?
They killing off black people. We like
and I don't want to die. And I'm not gonna die. So I'm not gonna be a test monkey.
Or guinea pigs. That's what they've been showing. Like the first people was like a black man, a black woman. It was a black woman
on the news with her mask on,
really
looking proud to take it.
Misleading.
But listen, thank y'all for joining us. This has been lovely. We will see y'all next Thursday. Like, comment, subscribe, and also
right before Christmas,
send us
happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. Send us topic ideas. We were getting more in the beginning. We haven't gotten any lately. I want to see and hear what y'all want to hear from us.
Y'all not really getting involved. Get involved.
You don't have to say it like that.
Get involved.
With the attitude.
I'm your mom. Get involved.
Right, get involved. We want to hear what y'all want to hear about. So, yes. Peace.
Love, and her words, her thoughts.
Bye.
Zai, baby girl, you set this motherfucker off. That's a bad motherfucker. Zai, you know what? I put my hands up on this one, baby. You did your motherfucking thing, baby. This a bad motherfucker. Here, you hear me?